All right, coming up on September 10th, just around the corner, Khamzat Chimaev, Boars, the Wolf, taking on the fan favourite, Nate Diaz, okay? This is an incredible fight, and a lot of people have come out of the woodwork and had a lot of things to say about this fight, saying that, you know, they're throwing Diaz to the wolves.
You know, they're selling you all wolf tickets, people. You're eating them right up.
Literally, I guess Boris is known as the wolf. But, you know, they're hanging him out to dry. They're getting his ass kicked as he leaves. Dan Hardy was even saying that there could be some kind of criminal charges against the UFC because Diaz is going to get beaten up so badly of Khamzat Chimaev.
You have to get ready for Nate Diaz, and then the UFC just say, hey, Khamzat, we love you. Come fucking beat up this old man. When's the last time you won a fight? But either way, so I don't even think Khamzat really has to get ready for it. He's probably just going to roll in, not even training, coming off the couch and just go and, you know, destroy him.
Now, first of all, I understand why Sean would say that because he's been training with Khamzat Chimaev and he's seen how confident and capable that Khamzat is. I know people that train with Khamzat. They've been out there to the All-Stars gym in Sweden. I'm talking about a company I'm involved with called Block Asset, and they tell me the way Khamzat trains is just unbelievable. He pushes himself to the limit all the time. So there's no way he's going to roll off the couch, but there is a good chance that he is going to roll through Nate Diaz. Now, Sean Strickland, as I say, he's been training with him in Extreme Couture, and he said, Chimaev is like a fucking dog with a bone. He was sparring one of my buddies, a 55er who moved up to 170, a lower level pro, and I was telling Chimaev, I understand that you like to fucking smash, brother, you like to smash, but if you want to spar him, you got to be respectful because he's here to help you, he's not at your level, and Chimaev was all about it. He understood, and they had a good sparring session. So that's nice to hear as well, that Chimaev isn't the type of guy to be beating up sparring partners and taking liberties. Sometimes you do see that. I'm sure Sean Strickland does that. The man's a fucking psycho.
Oh man, no, if I killed someone in the ring, I'd fucking make me very happy.
Sean Strickland came on my podcast and was telling me that he fantasizes about murdering people. Okay, and he was even threatening to murder Harrington, my co-host. But still, that's another story. I got to get that interview and put it on YouTube because, man, it was fucking wild. Anyway, back to Diaz and Khamzat Chimaev. Everyone's underestimating Nate Diaz, and so am I, to be fair. You know, I don't think he wins this fight. Khamzat Chimaev is something special. He's got incredible wrestling. He was tested last time out against Gilbert Burns, correct. It showed that he was human. It showed that he could be beaten. You know, prior to that, what he did to Li Jingliang was just fucking immense. It was mind-blowing. Picked him up in the air, had a conversation with Dana. Dana, give me the fucking chicken, give me the boy. And then slammed him down and choked him out. Prior to that, Jared Mearchart, one punch, 17 seconds. Reese McKee, John Phillips. He just blew through all these people and was calling out everybody. And now he gets Nate Diaz, as Nate Diaz is leaving the company, okay? But you can't count out Nate Diaz. Let's be honest, more than likely, Chimaev's going to be a gigantic favourite in this fight. And I understand that. But Nate Diaz has been in there with some of the best. And yes, Strickland's calling him old. I understand that because he's been around forever. He's got a lot of experience. And the reality is, he's lost a lot of fights. Nate Diaz has a professional record of 20 wins with 13 losses. Won 5 by knockout and he's won 11 via submission. Now, the 13 losses, it doesn't sound good. You know, that is almost like kind of getting to journeyman status, which sounds offensive, but I'm not. The man's been in there with the best of the best. If you look at the people that he lost to, last time out was to Leon Edwards, who's now the welterweight champion of the world. Shout out one more time, Leon Edwards. Before that, he lost to Jorge Masvidal via doctor stoppage. He was pleading that the fight was stopped too early. He should have been allowed to continue. But the reality is, Masvidal was handling him pretty successfully. Before that, though, he beat Anthony Pettis. Good win. Prior to that, he lost in an epic fight to Conor McGregor. Then you go down, because he beat Conor McGregor. He beat Michael Johnson. Before that, he lost to Rafael Dos Anjos, a champion at 155 pounds. And then it was Josh Thompson, one of the only times he's ever been knocked out, beautiful head kick. And before that, Benson Henderson in a championship fight. The point that I'm making is, all those people that I just mentioned that have beaten Diaz, they're all champions. They're all top of the food chain. If you're going to beat Nate Diaz, you have to be special, okay? You can't be some average guy. Some average Joe, some guy that's okay, that's had success. You ain't going to beat Diaz like that. Diaz comes in ridiculous shape every single time, and his brother, as we know, they compete in a lot of triathlons and things like that. Beautiful jiu-jitsu. If it hits the ground, Always very, very dangerous. And excellent boxing. Knows how to use his reach, his range, beautiful hands. Not the most powerful puncher, but he can pack a punch. I mean, last time out against Leon Edwards, round 5, that one shot kind of had Leon all over the place, which is fucking annoying for Leon, let's be honest, because prior to that, it was a perfect performance. He was dominating it from start to finish. But the point I'm making now is that you can never count out Nate Diaz. He is always in the fight. Look at what he did against Conor McGregor when he went in there and shocked the world. He wasn't surprised, motherfuckers, but everyone else was. No one saw that coming. I was fighting Anderson Silva the week before, and when Conor's original opponent, I think it was Dos Anjos, fell out, Diaz stepped in last second. All the media, even though I was fighting Anderson Silva, they were all asking me about Diaz and Conor McGregor. What do I think? And I said, there's no way. There is no way in the world, on earth, that Nate Diaz is going to beat Conor McGregor next week. Certainly coming in at short notice. No way. And I was adamant about it. But we all know what happened. Round 2, clocked him, hurt him, took him down, rear naked choke.
Hey, I'm not surprised, motherfuckers.
Simple as that. So that's what I'm saying. That's what you're dealing with Nate Diaz. Okay? So more than likely, yeah, Chimaev will have his way. He's the bigger guy. He's the stronger guy. He's the better wrestler. He probably hasn't got the jiu-jitsu, but he has the jiu-jitsu to stifle him on the ground. Certain things you can do. If you don't engage in the jiu-jitsu game, it's very, very hard for the jiu-jitsu specialist to pull off the submissions. But if you rock someone first, if you hurt them with a shot, elbows, whatever, the submission defense goes out the window. So that's why ground and pound really sets up submissions well. In terms of cardio and stamina, you never know. That's probably going to be in Nate Diaz's favour because Chimaev has fought at 185 and he's a big welterweight. And we saw against Gilbert Burns, he was starting to slow, he was starting to tire. And that's the weight cuts, those grueling weight cuts where you strip yourself of maybe 20 pounds the week of the fight. It affects your cardiovascular system, and the longer the fight goes, the more tired you get, which naturally happens anyway, but you do fade, you deteriorate at a much faster rate. Now, of course, this is the main event, so that means it's 5 rounds. So he's got 5 rounds to try and find the weakness in Chimaev. He's got 5 rounds for Chimaev to slow down and start to gas. And it doesn't matter how strong you are, how good you are, how mentally tough you are. When you run out of steam, when you can't even hold your hands up, right, you can't fight. And it doesn't matter how good you are. Being tired makes a coward out of everyone. So that really favours Nate Diaz in this fight. Now, what's going to happen if Nate Diaz wins? Well, if Nate Diaz wins, right, UFC will offer him another contract. We know Diaz probably wants to go off. I think he wants to box Jake Paul. I think he sees that as a way that he's going to get a massive payday. But he makes very good money in the UFC. I don't know the specifics, but Diaz is on several $1 million every time he fights. So you never know, he might stay because Leon Edwards is the welterweight champion of the world. And Leon Edwards has said that if he beats Chimaev, he will give him a shot at the belt. Now, of course, Kamaru is going to be first. But if the UFC say, hey, here's a new contract and here's a title fight offer, you never know. We might see Nate Diaz remain with the UFC. Or we might just see Chimaev go out there and smash his goddamn head in. The event itself is only round the corner, September 10th, a week on Saturday. And what a fucking fight card it is. Khamzat Chimaev taking on Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson, Li Jingliang, Daniel Rodriguez taking on Kevin Holland, Irene Aldana, Meishi Chasson. Love watching Irene Aldana fight. She's incredible. Johnny Walker, Iwan Kutalaba. That's going to be a good fight as well. So anyway, there it is. UFC 279, September 10th. Chimaev, Diaz. I'm not giving you a prediction just yet because it's too far away, but I'll be back. If you haven't subscribed and rang the bell, what's your goddamn problem? Subscribe and ring the bell. Talk to you soon.